Let's be honest, most men are completely blind to the tiny, seemingly insignificant things a woman does when she's deeply in love. You think you know her, you think you understand her. But the reality is far more subtle, far more dangerous, and far more powerful than anything you've experienced before. Because here's the truth: women don't just say, I love you, right, when they mean it. They act in ways so discreet, so unconscious that only a man who truly understands female psychology can notice. And the moment you realize it, everything in your relationship changes. Suddenly, the world she shares with you isn't just her time, it's her heart, her trust, her desire to be seen, understood, and cherished. You see, loving a woman isn't just words, it's not flowers, it's not the occasional kiss or fleeting touch. It's a constant, quiet, magnetic force that pulls her toward the man she has chosen. When she shares something personal, something that touches her core, that's her soul saying, I trust you. I see a future with you. You're the man I want to experience life with. And not every man will recognize it because most are looking for grand gestures, not the delicate whispers of affection hidden in conversations, pictures, or confessions. Here's the thing: women operate on emotional currency. Every memory she shares, every vulnerable story, every secret laugh is a deposit into your relationship bank account. And if she's doing this with you, she's already calculating subconsciously that you're worth her heart. She's weighing the risk of being emotionally raw and deciding that it's safer to open up to you than to anyone else in the world. That is the most potent, most undeniable sign of love you can ever receive. Think about Etho. Often does a woman open her private world to a man without hesitation? Rarely. She guards it with every ounce of instinct she has. And when she breaks that barrier, it's not casual. It's deliberate. Even if she doesn't consciously realize it, sharing her thoughts, her memories, her fears, that is the gateway to her emotional core. And when a woman does this, she's effectively saying, I'm exposing myself to you. I'm trusting you with parts of me that I don't show anyone else. Handle this with care because once it's in your hands, it can't be taken back. So here's the first challenge for you. Pay attention. Notice the times she laughs at things only you would understand. Notice the messages she sends that reveal what she truly feels. Notice the pictures, the playlists, the private jokes she shares. This is her language of love, coded in ways most men will never decipher. And if you can decode it, if you can respond with equal care, respect, and understanding, she's yours not in possession, but in heart, in mind, in every way that matters. Because at the end of the day, real love is never shouted from the rooftops. Real love whispers, and if you're awake enough to hear it, it will change your life forever. The moment a woman truly falls in love, her behavior changes in ways most men never notice. It's not in the big gestures, it's in the invisible threads she weaves around you. The way she texts you at random moments, not to ask anything, not for attention, but simply to let you know she's thinking of you. That's her way of imprinting herself into your life. She's silently saying, you matter, you're always on my mind. And if you've never noticed that before, now is the time. Because men who ignore these signs are the ones who watch the love they could have had slip away forever. She'll start sharing details that she's never shared with anyone else, stories from her past, her insecurities, the things that made her cry the moment she was proud. And when she shares them with you, it's not casual. It's the highest form of trust she can give. Most men hear these words and think, oh, she's just talking. But a man who understands female psychology knows this is the evidence of her heart opening piece by piece. She's letting you see her salon that is priceless. Then there's the way she observes you, not in a creepy or obsessive way, but in a way that tells you she's evaluating, understanding, and connecting. She notices your habits, your favorite foods, the music that moves you, the things that make you laugh, and the things that frustrate you. She remembers what you forget. She keeps mental notes of everything that matters to you. Why? Because when a woman is in love, she doesn't just want to be near you. She wants to be inside your world to understand it completely so she can be the one who fits perfectly in it. Pay attention to how she reacts when you talk about your dreams. If she smiles, supports you, and even challenges you to be better, that's a woman who has invested in you emotionally. She's not just hearing your word, she's imagining a future where she's a part of them. And here's the dangerous truth most men miss. When she shares her world with you, she's giving you a power that can either strengthen the bond or destroy it. Handle it carelessly, and you lose her forever. Handle it with respect, attention, and empathy, and you become irreplaceable. Notice the little sacrifices she makes, how she shifts her schedule to spend time with you, how she remembers your birthday down to the smallest detail, how she laughs at your dumb jokes even when she's exhausted. These aren't random acts of kindness. They're the footprints of her love. Every small action, every tiny gesture, every shared secret is a map to her heart. If you follow it carefully, it leads to a level of intimacy and connection most men will never experience. But here's the harsh reality. Men are notoriously bad at seeing this. They crave drama, fireworks, and grand confessions. And in doing so, they miss the real signs of devotion. The woman who shares her inner world with you is not just in love, she's ready to commit at a level few men ever recognize. And if you ignore it, the one who could have been yours is already thinking about someone who actually sees her. The most powerful signs a woman is truly in love aren't spoken aloud. They're hidden in the quiet corners of her behavior. In the moment she believes you're not paying attention, she'll share things with you that she hides from the world. A song that makes her cry, a memory that still haunts her, a fear she's never admitted to anyone. And when she does, it's not casual, it's a deliberate act of vulnerability. She's testing the water, seeing if you can handle her depths, if you're strong enough to hold her heart without breaking it. Notice how she reacts when you talk about your struggles. A woman who is in love doesn't just nod or offer polite sympathy. She listens, really listens. She'll lean in, adjust her tone, mirror your emotions, and sometimes even go out of her way to help you solve your problems. Why? Because when a woman loves, your pain becomes hers, your dreams become hers, and your victories feel incomplete if she's not part of them. She's not just in your life, she's intertwined with your soul in ways you may not even realize yet. Then there's the subtlety of her attention. She remembers your quirks, your favorite coffee, the exact way you like your socks folded, the little things you casually mention. She stores these details silently, not for manipulation, not for leverage, but because she wants to care for you in ways most men can't even imagine. And when she acts on these small details, bringing you your favorite snack when you've had a long day, sending a song that reminds her of you, or simply smiling when she sees you succeed, that's proof she's thinking about you. Constantly in ways that are deeply emotional, almost instinctual. Watch her body language. A woman who is in love will unconsciously gravitate toward you. Her eyes linger longer than they should. Her smile comes unbidden when she sees you. She finds excuses to touch you on the shoulder, the arm, the small of your back, because every physical connection is a reinforcement of trust, desire, and emotional closeness. These gestures aren't random. They are the language of her heart, written silently, speaking volumes that words could never capture. Pay attention to how she speaks about the future. Even in casual conversations, she includes you. We should try this. Or remember when we, or someday when we, all of these are her subtle ways of saying she's picturing a life with you. And here's the critical truth. If she imagines a future with you in her mind, she's already decided emotionally that you belong in her life. Most men overlook this because they're waiting for grand declarations of love. But women rarely do that. They act through inclusion, attention, and trust. Finally, notice the sacrifices she's willing to make. Love is a test, And women know this instinctively. Every compromise, every adjustment in her routine, every effort she makes to accommodate you, it's a sign of her emotional investment. She's weighing the cost of vulnerability against the reward of connection. And if she's choosing you repeatedly in small, consistent ways, it's as close to a guarantee of love as any human behavior can get. When a woman truly loves you, she will reveal parts of herself she has guarded from the world. These aren't just casual stories or funny anecdotes. These are the fragments of her soul she has spent years protecting. The dreams she's whispered only to herself. The insecurities she has hidden even from her closest friends. The moments of weakness she pretends never happen. She shares them with you. And when she does, it's not because she's testing you. It's because she's already made a decision. You are the man worthy of her deepest truths. Notice how she communicates when she's stressed or scared. Most people close off, build walls, and hide their emotions. But a woman in love opens up. She tells you how she really feels, even when it's messy, even when it makes her vulnerable. She trusts that you won't judge, won't reject, and won't abandon her in those moments. That trust is monumental because love isn't about roses and dates. It's about being able to share the parts of ourselves that are fragile, knowing that someone will still hold us close. Pay attention to the effort she puts into connection. She texts you without expectation, calls you just to hear your voice, and remembers conversations you forgot you had. These may seem small or trivial, but they're profound signals of emotional presence. She's not acting out of obligation. She's choosing to show up consistently because she wants you to feel seen, valued, and understood. And when a woman chooses to invest this way, she's declaring without words that she's in this for the long haul. Look for the way she reacts to your world. A woman in love doesn't just tolerate your quirk. She embraces them. She celebrates your wins no matter how small and comforts you in losses no matter how humiliating. She notices the subtle shifts in your mood and acts to make things better. Not because she expects anything in return, but because she genuinely cares. Her attention is a mirror reflecting back your worth to you. And in that reflection, you begin to see why she has chosen you above all others. Then there's her laughter, especially the kind that comes when she's with you alone. The laughter that escapes before she can filter it. The playful teasing, the spontaneous joy that's her soul relaxed, completely at ease. When a woman shares her genuine, unguarded laughter with you, she's letting down the final walls. She's showing you her authentic self, the one she hides from the rest of the world because she trusts you to hold it with care. Finally, observe her subtle acts of devotion, the songs she shares, the gifts she gives without occasion, the way she adjusts her life to include you. These are the invisible threads of love, weaving her heart into yours. She is not performing for you. She is merging her world with yours, silently, deliberately, completely. And if you can recognize, honor, and respond to this, you hold the rarest prize. A woman who is fully, undeniably 100% in love with you. A woman who is truly in love will constantly give you signals that most men miss because they're looking for the obvious. These signals are subtle, almost invisible, but they are screaming the truth if you know how to see them. She'll share her thoughts about life with you, her ambitions, her fears, her private philosophies, because she wants you not just to be part of her life, but to be part of her mind. She's testing if your values, your vision, and your heart align with hers. And when they do, you become irreplaceable. Notice how she defends you even when you're not around. A woman in love instinctively protects the man she's chosen. Friends, family, strangers, she will subtly shift conversations, insert your name in positive ways, and sometimes even exaggerate your good qualities to make sure the world sees you the way she does. This is one of the most powerful, undeniable indicators of love. She's invested so deeply in your reputation because she's invested so deeply in you. Few men realize that this level of defense doesn't come casually, comes from devotion. Pay attention to how she prioritizes you without being asked. It's not about scheduling or obligation. It's about choice. She will rearrange plans, move her schedule, and compromise without resentment just to make space for you. And it's not because she wants something in return. It's because her emotional energy is drawn to you. She's deciding every day that you are worth the effort, worth the inconvenience, worth the small sacrifices. Men often mistake this for casual care, but it's the quiet proof of love in action. Observe her protective instincts toward your feelings. When you are down, she won't offer shallow advice or dismiss your emotions. She listens, validates, and reassures you in ways that show she's not just interested in your happiness. She's invested in your emotional well-being. She's building trust layer by layer, showing you that your inner life is sacred to her. And in doing this, she's teaching you the most critical rule of relationships. Love is measured by attention to the unseen. Look for consistency over grand gestures. A woman in love doesn't need to constantly perform or impress. She shows up every day in subtle ways. The texts, the late night calls, the spontaneous plans, the private jokes, the reminders of your shared memories. These are her invisible signatures of devotion. They are more powerful than any public declaration because they are authentic, intentional, and repeatable. Finally, watch how she reacts when you withdraw. She notices, she feels it, and if she continues to engage with patience, curiosity, and care, that's love in its purest form. It's the willingness to meet your emotional distance with empathy rather than frustration, to persist even when it's uncomfortable, to stay engaged even when your attention wavers. Only a woman deeply in love will do this consistently because she's not in it for the temporary thrill. She's in it for the bond, the connection, and the life she sees with you at its center. If a woman is sharing her private world with you, investing her emotions, her memories, and her energy, there's one undeniable truth. She is completely 100% in love with you. And yet, most men miss it because they're looking for the wrong signs, the dramatic declarations, the obvious gestures, the superficial proof. Love in a woman is quiet, consistent, and deeply intentional. It's woven into every choice she makes, every conversation she initiates, and every subtle act of care that you might have dismissed as coincidence. Notice how she communicates even in silence. A glance that lingers, a touch that feels accidental, but isn't. A smile when your eyes meet across the room. These are all her way of saying, I'm here, I'm yours, I choose you. Men often underestimate the power of these nonverbal cues. They're the purest, most honest expressions of desire and attachment. If you can recognize and respond to them, you step into a level of connection that most men will never experience because most men simply don't pay attention. Then there's the way she trusts you with her vulnerabilities. A woman who loves will show you the side of herself she keeps hidden from everyone else, her insecurities, her fears, her past heartbreaks, even the thoughts she doubts herself for having. And when she does, she's not testing you. She's inviting you into her inner world. She's saying without words, I see you, I trust you, and I want you here. Recognize this, honor it, respond with patience, understanding, and unwavering respect. This is where emotional intimacy transforms into unbreakable love. Pay attention to how she invests in your future together, the plans she mentions, the hypothetical we in her stories. The dreams she now includes you in these are not casual musings. They are her heart projecting forward, imagining life with you at the center. If she shares these moments with you, she's already made an emotional commitment. And this is where most men fail. They wait for promises while the proof has been in front of them all along. Finally, notice the little things, those gestures, habits, and acts that seem small but carry immense meaning. The songs she sends, the photos she takes to capture moments you'd love, the way she remembers your routines and preferences, the quiet patience she shows when things get tough. These are the invisible threads of love binding her to you. Treat them with the respect they deserve because they are priceless. They are not casual actions. They are a blueprint of a woman who has given her heart entirely to you. Now, here's something for you to do. Think about the last 3 moments she shared something deeply personal with you. Multiply that by her consistency and patience over time. That's your personal love equation. Take a moment, reflect, and write your answer in the comments because understanding it could change how you value her forever. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. Some men never notice these signs, and some women never get the recognition they deserve. Don't let this be one of those stories.